Now, even without reading the My Hero Academia manga, I can tell that the next season is going to be insane. They pretty much set it up to be probably one of the most explosive introductions to the seasons that we've seen over the past 5 and going into 6, and I'm really excited because, after last week's conclusion with basically the My Villian Academia arc, and yeah, we get more touches upon it in this episode, but it pretty much set up that Deku and company were shit out of luck. They were not going to be looking too good next season, and when you bring up Quirk Singularity and the idea that Quirk's getting progressively more and more powerful and in return more and more dangerous as generations progress. Look at Eri. If she ever goes off the rails, if her quirk truly gets out of control, that's not gonna be good, and how many are gonna suffer the consequences. And it's interesting to have someone who's arguably an evil character recognize this danger, but general hero society refusing to admit it, just kind of forming more and more ideas about the cracks in said hero society. And despite the characters looking rather heroic at the end, they're all going on the same mission. I would not be shocked in the slightest if a majority of them end up in a hospital or worse pretty damn soon. It just feels like there's no way that the foundation of this world isn't going to change, because for a while, and you could probably argue while All Might was the #1 hero, things worked out, but as soon as he went away, everything started to crumble, and seeing the different characters respond to it has been a really interesting formula, especially on characters like Endeavor's side. However, we are really seeing that if a society can only function if a single person is there to control it, you're gonna be screwed. It kind of reminds me of medieval times when kings would be around, and sometimes a kingdom would be very lucky. They have this amazing king, and for 30 years, they have what is seen as a really, really well done society. King ends up dead, and the shitty prince, or a prince who's just not up to par, just makes that kingdom crumble. Because if one person is the reason that your society was seemingly perfect, and even if the next person in line, Endeavor, looking at you, has good intentions, the hero society has major flaws, and those flaws are going to cause annihilation. I love that they kicked off the episode really highlighting just how strong this army is. Not only do you basically control the media, not only do you have someone who's well deep in the society, you have power, you have the numbers. What do you do? And seriously, I have no idea. The only thing that I could possibly theorize is potentially like they get an ass whooping. I'm not sure if characters will die. I assume a lot of characters will end up in the ER, but I imagine there will be a lot of separation among the characters, just given the fact that the idea of them in unity, the idea of them working together has been something that's been very relevant throughout their school year, but it feels like that's about to crash alongside the idea of the hero society. So I wouldn't be shocked in the slightest if there's going to be different handful of characters working together but separated from the rest. Either way, I am very excited and seriously worried about Hawks, because Hawks has made some pretty big moves inside this organization. However, he knows there's someone else backing Shigaraki, and he's getting closer and closer to the answer he knows about the hospital. But I feel like once he realizes what's going on, I'm not sure if they would commit to killing him, but I'm a lot more worried about his survivability, more so at the end of this season than the beginning of the season, sort of a thing. And I have to say I'm glad, because a lot of times when you get into shows like My Hero Academia, they don't up the stakes to this degree. They don't give a character like Eri the ability to destroy everything and then bring her back down, saying, okay, she's actually going to be fine. They reintroduce that threat. They introduce a bigger threat with the League here, who now are an entirely different division of their own. What the hell do we do? And I think that's what makes an episode like this so great, because it actually blended both sides of the My Hero Academia Season 5 in this episode. You have the typical school stuff, seeing how far they come with their individual abilities, while also having the darkness of the My Villian Academia arc, while setting up the remainder of what the next arc is going to be with Season 6, however long that's going to last. Wouldn't be shocked if it's just one big arc in Season 6. But either way, I really love how they blended it, because for these characters, they're ignorant to what's about to happen. The viewers, however, we know what's about to happen, so those smiles, those, oh, look at them being cute and adorable, that ain't gonna last. And I think that's what makes this episode a lot more probably interesting for people, because now that we have My Villian Academia in our minds, whether you knew of it before with the manga or you're fresh like with the anime, it really does paint a different picture when looking at them acting like that. And while I know we're probably not going to have too many more of these meetings, it's nice having Bakugo, Deku, even All Might kind of talking about the different wielders and how the next one in line to master hopefully would be the ability to flow, as you basically have Bakugo just laugh his ass off, which, honestly, when I saw him freak out acting like he's already done that so he's won, it just made me think it'd be so hilarious to have a spin-off, like even one shot of Bakugo in like a reality TV show, because you know he would be a riot with his outbursts and how he's already, he's cooked the dish or he's done the challenge already, right? It'd just be great. But I did like seeing that moment with All Might and Eraserhead, him sitting down just, visibly upset that it feels like he's worthless, that he can't do enough, and, the idea of him just being there is more than enough to encourage most of them. I thought it was a nice conversation and probably is needed before shit hits the fan next season, and it'll be interesting to see where they want to take it, right? I mean, there's definitely been a turnaround in opinion of the My Hero Academia Season 5 for sure once My Villian Academia started moving, so I don't think people are going to leave this season not excited for Season 6. Maybe had My Villian Academia not happen, it'd be a different story, but it's good to see where the cards are at right now, because I wouldn't be shocked in the slightest if, Season 6 comes around. The first couple of episodes, they seem to be typical hero formula. They're doing alright, they're pushing back the threat, and then something comes around early, like a Madoka Magica episode 3, and just really shakes up the cast sort of a thing. But it's gonna be fun. I mean, I've said it every single season that I feel like my excitement for My Hero Academia increases, and while I would say Season 5 as a whole was definitely not my personal favorite season, I can definitely say the My Villian Academia portion was without a doubt my favorite section of the story. And because of how they directed it and the build up to it, my excitement entering yet again another My Hero Academia season has increased. So I'm excited. I mean, I've heard a lot of rumblings even before Season 5 started up that potentially Season 6 would be the craziest, the best, and probably the most interesting. Throughout the My Villian Academia stuff, it definitely gave me the impression that things are about to change, and I don't see how they don't stick the landing for that one. I mean, I can understand why people may have issues with the rearranging of arcs or people supporting it because the My Villian Academia transitions more into the brutal a lot more seamlessly. Either way, I don't think we're going to probably have the same type of issues because I haven't heard the same worry rumblings as I did going into Season 5 once it was clear how they were directing it. So I think both sides, manga fans, anime fans, probably going to love Season 6. I mean, there's always going to be controversy. Hell, a character name can cause uproar in the manga community if Twitter's any indication, right? But I think Season 6 probably won't have as much pushback unless somehow they completely crash and burn, which, I mean, with how many seasons we've had, I don't think they really crash and burn. There might be some bumps and some dips, but overall, I mean, the My Hero Academia anime is without a doubt the best thing you could ask for a long-running, ongoing, one season a year show that also has a movie also all at the same time. But let me know your thoughts and feelings, and I'd love to know theories for people who are brand new to this anime like myself. Where do you think Season 6 might go? And we're gonna have a bunch of deaths. Let me know down below. Leave a like if you enjoyed and subscribe if you're new around here. So until next time, everyone, please take care and have a good one.